Yeah, my kind of. All right, so this is Holden Hilmo. We're hopefully live from Roosevelt practice field. Got started just moments ago. Here's Duffy. This is Sammy Garcia. Raff finds Umstead. We've got Raff, Umstead, and Rosario Valdez as well. I think it's Duffy, our back four. Sonicson in net. This is Hudson. Ball falls to Duffy. Duffy playing towards Hudson. Oh, hey, bud. This is Morgan's here, so come on in. We got nice folks that save us spots and everything. That's awesome. Owen Duffy. Krieger towards Rolfing. I'll just boot it up towards the far touch. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate that very much. Charlie Krieger. So, again, we do have Holden Hilmo and Hudson Holman on the field at the same time. And I don't know if the coach is trying to drive me crazy, but I'm just going to have to elect to go with last names or first names. There's a throw-in taken out of the air by Roosevelt. Rolfing there on it. Rolfing tripped, and that's going to be a free kick for your Patriots. Patriots now 5-0 on the season after the 3-0 defeat of Brandon Valley. So over this is the lefty Sammy Garcia and Holden Hilmo. Roosevelt keeper sets up his line. We've got Asali at the 18. And here is Hilmo. Gives way to Garcia. And that ball is put right into the feet of the wall. And the ball's dropped. Cole Umstead, who has Duffy. Garcia with a little flick to Hilmo. Back to Asali. That falls, finds Garcia. Trying to play a bit of a through ball, I think, looking for Hudson Holman. And the Roosevelt keeper's on it. Did not quite have time to do my research on Roosevelt. That's a long punt. And must have been some kind of a foul. Maybe a push off by the attacker. And I think our back line is Raff, Umstead, Rosario, Valdez, and Krieger. Here's Sonicson. All played towards goal, handled by the keeper. Looking for Sammy Garcia. And this is such a small field. Punts are going to cover, from this keeper, punts are going to cover at least half the field. Here's Asali Sadi. Asali with a pullback. Finds Duffy. Duffy to Hilmo. Hilmo back to Asali. Asali has Raff on the flat. Raff looking for a switch to Hudson. Hudson back to Duffy. Pretty strong wind at my back. Hilmo drops to Umstead. Valdez. Valdez forward to Rolfing. And shovels to the far touch. Looking for Holman. Ball last touched by Roosevelt. Here's Charlie Krieger. Ball headed. Shielded initially by Hudson. And then deflected out of bounds. Krieger off of Roosevelt player's ball. Put back by Rosario to Opland. Opland, as you can see, I mean, that ball is going the majority of the field on here is Rolfing off to the races. And that's a good. Quick couple moves by Miles Rolfing, extending his team lead in goals scored, I believe up to 8 or 9. Again, not able to tally last week's results, but your Pats. 5 minutes in, up 1-0. Nice bit of ball movement out of your Patriots. The ball played back from Valdez to Sonics, and he finds Garcia. Garcia finds Rolfing, who is, again, just being tenacious. Rolfing would be, as a freshman, certainly playing, if not starting varsity on the vast majority of the varsity teams across the state of South Dakota. And we're lucky enough to have him on our junior varsity team at Lincoln. There's Valdez. Valdez. Last touched, I believe, by Roosevelt on the far touch. Krieger to Hilmo. Hilmo tries to get through two, is tripped. This will be another free kick. Sonison's going to take, I would assume, the vast majority of these free kicks and try to put them, as you saw earlier, into play around the 18. That was a lie. He just goes quickly to Charlie Krieger. And a 1-2 to Owen Duffy. Back to Krieger. Rolfing to Krieger. Krieger, a little misstep, does recover, finding Hilmo. Hilmo has Rath on the near touch. Asali. You can see the boys are having to be a little bit forceful with their touches, as this grass is, let's just say it's a 1-week mow schedule. And ball punted all the way across the field on a play. If it's a 1-week mow schedule, Wednesdays are the mowing days for the Roosevelt JV field. This is Valdez with a throw. Excuse me. Krieger all the way into Sonics, and he will turn fields. Looking for Sammy Garcia, but this ball taken by Roosevelt defender. Here's Rath. 28 in possession. Passes the ball directly to Asali, who's dispossessed. Now an attack opportunity for Roosevelt. Here's Asali. A little bit of head ball. The ball eventually falls to Sammy Garcia, taken by Asali. And here's Rolfing. Hilmo has Holman. Now it's a nice diagonal ball, looking for Hilmo, looking for Holman. It's out of play. Sub on now for Roosevelt. Duffy. Raft, plenty of room. Ball's directed to a center back. Flick forward, finding the feet of Ros Valdez. Valdez, nice touch, and a strong pass from Rolfing, looking for Hudson. Last touch by Roosevelt. And here is Rolfing. Shot fired, wide right. Goal kick. Nice sunny day. 30-mile-an-hour winds from the south. Unique to have a cool breeze coming from the south. And my clock is counting up. It's not supposed to be, so I'll have to make an adjustment shortly. Nice step by Umstead. Here's Duffy. Through 3 or 4. Can't get through the 5th. However, that ball put out of play by Roosevelt. And that's a goal that I missed as I I'm adjusting my clock. Sorry, folks. That's a good go. Was that Hudson? Was that Hudson? Asali? I was fixing my timer. I was counting up. Sorry. I'm going to do better. All right, Asali Sadi, goal number 2 at the 10-minute mark. So averaging a goal about every 5 minutes. We've now had subs. Here's Natanim, number 34. And Natanim on in a right forward position. A Stamp in, I'm guessing, attacking mid. Here's Colton Vulpe in a left forward. Vulpe through 3 or 4. Here's August Plisick. Cole. Ray Vermeer subbed in a defensive position. Duffy remained on, as did Krieger, as did Hilmo. Stamp. Stamp has Colt. Eventually dribbles into the feet of a defender that was behind him, but then does recover. And Stamp finds August. A little bit of ball control. And Stamp just slowed down a little bit by the thickness of the turf. Ball put to the near touch. Here's August. Duffy. Krieger. Touch too strong. And an opportunity. Pocket picked, however, by Ray Vermeer. And then his pass behind Vulpe and off of the back of Vulpe's foot. Here's a sub. Sub on for Roosevelt, number 13. Rider throw. I'll take my there by Hilmo. Flicked forward looking for Asali. Does find Asali. Here's Duffy. Has one on. Plisick. Back to Duffy. Stamp looking for the 1-2. Here's Duffy. Not Neem. Gets through 2. And eventually dribbles into the feet of the Roosevelt defender. Here's Stamp. Hilmo. Asali has not Neem. Ball's defended. Stamp. Nice bit of possession thus far. The first 12 minutes, this ball put up high. Need forward. Falls to Colton Vulpe. Trying to thread a needle. Routed by the keeper. Goal so far by Asali Sadi and Miles Walker. Ball going forward to Asali. Asali at the edge of the penalty area. Trying to earn a corner. Gathers possession. Drops to Vulpe. Centered. Not Neem there. And eventually covered by the Roosevelt keeper. There's Plisick. Asali finds Duffy. Duffy with the 1-2. Here's Stamp. Playing through to Duffy. And eventually, ball put out of play. Goal kick. Subs forthcoming. Rolfing back on. Krieger off. Rolfing in for Asali. 2 goal scorers of the game so far. Goal kick, Roosevelt. This ball put all the way to midline. Put up in the air to Ray Vermeer. Here's Stamp. Here's Tate. Tries to get through a final defender. There's Rolfing. And Rolfing has Nottingham shot covered by the keeper. Long punt by the keeper. Again, all the way over midfield. There's Volpe. The Stamp. Hilmo. Hilmo through one. Into the box. Shot fired, and that is cleaned by Rolfing. That's a good Miles Rolfing. 3-0 on the assist. The deflected shot. Yeah, it is exactly 15 minutes in. We're averaging a goal almost exactly every 5 minutes. 20 minutes remain. It's a pretty good clip. Here's Opland. Cole Umstead finds Rolfing. Rolfing with numbers. Plays Plisic. Goes centrally to Holden Hilmo. Here's Hilmo to Stamp. Stamp through one. Again, looking for Volpe. Volpe is step offside. Be a free kick for the Riders. Ball played low right to Nottingham. One strong touch. A bit of a misfire. Easily handled by Duffy. Hilmo passed one. Not past two. There's Duffy. Kingston finds Vermeer, who finds Sonicson. Sonicson just has to boot this ball out of play. Subs. Peter on. Holman on. Sammy Garcia on. Rosvaldez on. Going off. Nottingham. Holden Hilmo. Owen Duffy. And Colton Volpe. Halfway through the first half. Pass up 3-0. Take it out of the air. And in steps Olmstead. Nice bit of passing from Garcia to Rolfing. Rolfing finds Plisic. Here's Sammy. Throwing the needle to Stamp, who drops to Umstead. Umstead attempting up through the ball. Nice job. That player keeps his arm in, so even though that might have touched his elbow, his hands are in the defensive position. Oh, and here is Rolfing, and it tries to cross. It's defended out of play. Rolfing, I think, looking for Sammy Garcia. Here's Hudson with the cross, looking for Garcia. And headed out of play. You can hear Sammy's teammates give him a bit of a bad time. Raff returning to the field. For August Plisic. Tate Stamp off. Your Pats lead 3-0. Ball given right to Cole Umstead on the goal kick. Plenty of space. Finds Garcia. I think that was probably meant to be a shot. With this strong of a breeze, well wide left. And out of play for a goal kick. Goal kick, Roosevelt. So up top we got Garcia, Rolfing, and Holman. Taking out the air by Krieger, looking for Rolfing. Rolfing with space, gets through one, comes centrally, and then fires just high. Goal kick. Another goal kick. I imagine he's going to try to put this all the way to midfield. Taken out of the air by Kingston. That falls to a Roosevelt defender who just blasts this out of play. With the throw is August Plissick. That's Kingston. Kingston's pass is short and gathered by a Roosevelt player, and that ball is handled by Oppland. He's just going to roll this all the way out to midfield to his 09 teammate, Charlie Krieger. Ball finds the feet of Rolfing. Rolfing has Garcia. Garcia wide. Comes centrally. Shots fired low and right. And actually, that's deflected, I guess. So, corner earned. And the lanky Ray Vermeer will come in, the tallest member of this team, see if he can put a head on the ball. Corner being taken by the lefty, Sammy Garcia. Crossed, punched out initially by the keeper. And number 5 now looking for a counter that is ended quickly by Trey Raff. And here's Valdez finding Krieger. That ball defended into the gut of the Roosevelt player. Here's Valdez. Valdez finding August. August looking for Hudson. August finding Umstead. Ball deflected right into Sammy's feet. And last touch by Sammy Garcia. Umstead. And yeah. Maybe a little bit of payback there. The problem is, so Umstead was being pretty aggressive with his arms. But then a direct trip and this long ball put forward by Sonicson. Taken out of the air by Rolfing. Rolfing picks a pocket. Shot fired. Again defended. It falls to Umstead. Swing and a miss. That would have been a cheeky little flick by Rolfing. Here's Garcia. Nelson passes behind Sammy, who must adjust. Finds Umstead. Again, looking for Kingston, and now we have subs. This will be a Roosevelt throw. About 11 minutes remaining. Sali Sadi returns to the field, as does Natanim. No other changes. We have Raff right here on the near touch. Natanim steps. Natanim picks a pocket. And here's a Sali. A Sali with a pullback. Has Umstead. Umstead looking for Krieger. Draws Valdez. switching out to August. Just a little misjudge. It was through his legs. The Roosevelt throw. Everybody had a nice Labor Day weekend. Nice and relaxing, ready to take on the school year full throttle. Solly steps, Umstead steps. There's Vermeer and Plissick. Eventually they find Hudson on the far touch. They quickly find Sammy Garcia. There's two defenders on him, beats one to the goal line, finding Hudson Holman, flicks back. A nice bit of work out of the keeper, readjusting on that flick pullback by Hudson Holman. Big punt taken out of the air on the knee of Vermeer, finding Solly Sadi. Umstead steps. And here's Raff. Ball picked up. And Natanim dispossessed. Never really probably had possession. Often will gather this. Raff's just going to roll it out to Vermeer, who has August Plissick. Krieger back to Vermeer. Plissick. Hilmo. And excuse me, that's Krieger. And unfortunately, I think Krieger just kind of deflected that into his own arm. So handball called just over midfield. Free kick. About 9 minutes remaining. And left to right wind. Ball taken by Solly, and now a counter available. Solly has Garcia. Ball's deflected to the near touch. And Garcia with the speed past the defender. Here's a cross. Looking for a Solly, but the keeper's there for it. Nice opportunity for a counter there for the Patriots. Pats JV up 3-0. Big punt taken off the chest of Plissick. Finds Hudson. Krieger. August. Vermeer. Umstead. All the way back to Krieger. Raff on the near touch. Last touch by Roosevelt. Sub. So we were on track for a goal every 5 minutes, and now we've gone cold for about 15. We'll see if Owen Duffy can change things as he re-enters the field of play. On for Cole Umstead. Holden Hilmo returns to the field of play. As does Tate Stamp in a left forward position. Valdez drops to Sonicson. Sonicson full field. I think Appy wants an assist this game. Could have one from Tate Stamp. Tate pulls back, however, makes one miss. Goes goal line. And eventually that ball deflected out of play for a corner for your Pats. Hilmo on this. Krieger and Valdez at midline. Vermeer up. And Tate Stamp there. That ball crossed in, gathered by the keeper. Stamp steps. Valdez pressures. 1-2. Eventually is cleared sideways towards Raff, who just puts this ball out of play. Ball gets through a couple players, eventually is gathered by Sonicson. Sonicson looking for Garcia. That's taken out of the air. Deflected to Asali. Now Garcia in possession. Has Stamp. Threads the needle to Stamp. Fires. And that's a good wide right. Shot on target. Deflected out of play by the keeper. Corner earned for the Pats. About 5.5 minutes remaining in this is the first half. Garcia on it. At the 18 is Stamp and Vermeer curling right at the keeper. And that's back-to-back corner opportunities that we've kicked the ball directly to the keeper. I don't know if with this wind, if the players are struggling to elevate ball up a little bit. Not Neem. Here's Raff. Comes forward to Not Neem. Plays. Oh, nice little move there. Here's Garcia. Garcia trying to switch fields. That pass is behind Stamp. Really nothing Tate can do to attain that. Kingston Nelson about to come on, but this is a Roosevelt throw. So he will have to continue to wait until either Roosevelt subs or until we have a possession. Fired forward, controlled neatly by Krieger. Here's Duffy. And Stamp. Asali looking for an overlap to Krieger. The ball finds Vermeer. And Vermeer is just going to pass it out of play on the far touch. Roosevelt throw. 4 minutes. Forward by Krieger. Swing and a miss. Last touch by the Riders, and Kingston Nelson will come on in place of Sammy Garcia in striking position. I'm not sure what's taking place here. Yellow card is going to be issued to a coach. I think a kid is. Does he have jewelry on? Do you know? Do you know AR? Shin guard. Okay, so it appears that maybe Nelson was not wearing shin guards, and so in those equipment mishaps. So here's a Solly. The card goes to the coach. As you saw in one of the varsity games, actually, was it varsity or JV a couple weeks ago? One of the players had jewelry on, and Coach Braden ended up with the yellow card. Here's a Solly. Shot. Another nice stop by the keeper. A shot on target, handled by the keeper. 7 on target, only 4 in the back of the net. Not Neem. Kind of pulls back. At this high school level, you cannot stop your pursuit because the defenders will not be stopping. Here's Raff finding Not Neem. Oh, nice look at a 1-2 and throw in earned. There's a Solly. Solly looking for Not Neem, but he is in an offside position. Not named. Free kick, under 1 minute. Taken out of the air by Stamp. The ball finds Asali, who has Plisic. August pulls back. Drops to Hilmo. Hilmo slows the advance, and that's halftime, folks. So 3-0. Scoring about every 5 minutes. 11 shots, 7 on target, 3 goals. 2 for Miles Rolfing. So Rolfing again finds himself on the brace on Asali Stadi with the second goal. Halves are 35 minutes. The first 3 goals were scored on an average every 5 minutes, and then we slowed down the scores since then. Okay, we're back. Pat's up 3-0. Pats will move right to left. A little bit of sun in his eyes. Yeah, that could impact the keeper a little bit. Sonicson in goal. Back line, Krieger, Valdez, Umstead, and Raff from left to right. And we are counting down, and I'm going to change the period as well. Ball put forward. And there's Owen Duffy. Defensive mid. Sammy Garcia on the far touch. Garcia finding Duffy. Homo also in midfield. Pretty strong forward lineup with Stamp on the right. Here's Duffy to Hilmo. Rolfing in a striker position. This ball put out of play. Looking for Charlie Krieger, who's also, I think, playing a midfield position. No, that's a lie. I think he's actually a left back. And he will drop to Valdez. Valdez, this ball finds the feet of the Roosevelt attacker. Eventually to Umstead. All over the far touch. Last touched by Roosevelt. Garcia headed forward and gathered by the keeper. And I do have the colors incorrect on this stream. Your Pats obviously are in white. Roosevelt in red. Trey Raff with a throw. Stamp. Ball goes over Hilmo's head. Ros Valdez finding Hudson. A nice touch to Rolfing. Takes the ball just beyond goal line. This has to be the smallest field we've played on this season, which is interesting because there's really not much room, I guess, to widen the field as there's a baseball diamond, unless we go old school Candlestick Park, San Francisco, and actually have a baseball, have a baseball field in the middle of the soccer pitch. Here's Duffy. Umstead. Valdez. Ball, I think Valdez is looking for Rolfing. Ball flicked. It's over Umstead's head. Sonicson will play this ball forward. Finds Duffy. Finds Garcia. Long ball over the top. Looking for Hudson. Has Hudson. Hudson in control. Shot. Forthcoming. Here it is. Right at the keeper. Punt. Covers all the way over the center circle, and the ball falls to Duffy. Looking for Rolfing. Drew Umstead. And this graph, I think Oppen initially was calling for that, but Ross has to clear as this turf just killed the ball before it could get into the penalty area. And that's an illegal throw, as he did not bring the ball behind his head. Raff to Hilmo. Hilmo passed one. That's Hudson. Overlap to Krieger. Oh, Krieger zigs. Oh, Hudson zags. Here's Umstead. Raff. Garcia. Back to Raff. To Duffy. Southwind just whipping. Valdez. The ball goes through. It's allowed through by Hilmo to Garcia. Shot fired, left-footed. Oh, and there for it. And there's the Hattie. off the post from Garcia and cleared. And that's a good. Miles Rolfing. 5 minutes in. Thus far in the second half, we're averaging a goal every 5 minutes. And Miles Rolfing with the hat trick. His second of the season. It comes 5 minutes in. Rolfing being tenacious. Steps. Threading towards Stamp. This ball just booted all the way to Hopland. We'll grab it. Decide, what's he going to do? He's going to throw it. Sammy Garcia at midfield. This size field, you don't really have to kick it if you can throw it to midfield and control where it's going to go. Here's Duffy. Garcia. Looking for Rolfing. That is through everyone into the box, and the keeper's going to be able to grab that. Ooh. And that's a penalty. So what happened there is, so their player tapped the ball to the keeper. And you can't direct the ball to the keeper with your foot. So it's, no, you can't, you not with your foot. You can't pass the ball back to the keeper with your foot. So it's a direct, right? This is a direct kick. Indirect, excuse me. Indirect. So you don't give a PK for that. You give an indirect PK. And I actually, while I was lecturing, missed what actually happened on that indirect free kick. They just tap it to the side and then kick it right at the keeper again. I kicked it to the keeper. Yeah. All right, so goal kick. I saw the offense. I didn't see the free kick, though. And we shot it to the keeper, or post. Right. So, like, if a defender heads the ball back to the keeper, then the keeper can pick it up, or shoulders it back, or chest it back. But anything with your foot, you could knee it back to them, and they can grab it. Here's Krieger, cross, all the way through everyone. But with your foot, can't. Here's Raft. I think Raft thought Garcia was going centrally. He does not. And here's Roosevelt. Last touch by Roosevelt. Here's Tate. Holden. Looking for Hudson. Rolfing there. Eventually, the ball falls to Hilmo. Hilmo turns. Shot deflected. And Rolfing again there for it. And Roosevelt eventually clears for their defensive side of the center circle. Here's Raff. That's a pretty blatant handball. It's just kind of a defensive, like throw your hands up so you don't get hit in the face. This would be a free kick for the Pats. Tate Stamp over this. Ball put forward through everyone. Just about an own goal. So that's a little bit different. So that wasn't a pass. That would have been an own goal. So the keeper has the right to stop that ball. That's not a pass back. That's an inadvertent shot on goal by your own teammate. There's Duffy. Umstead. That's over the far touch. Who tweaks something? Okay. Kicking his foot out. Subs on for Roosevelt. 10 minutes in. And I'll put in. Here's Rolfing. Rolfing has stamp. There's Duffy. Raff. Intercepted and last touched by Roosevelt. Vermeer on for Valdez. Lupe on for Holman. Asali Sadi on for Stamp. August Plissick on for Charlie Krieger. There's Plissick, number 41. Played the last 2 or 3 games in goal, giving Sonics the opportunity to be on the field. Say Kingston Nelson, also subbed on, and he's on the throw. Duffy. Duffy pulls back and gets through 2. Now Hilmo finds Plissick. 1-2 there. Lope and Rolfing. There's Plissick. Hilmo. Plissick. Looking for Rolfing. Touch a little bit too strong. Opportunity there for Lincoln. There's a Solly. Finding Nottingham. And that touch kept in play. Eventually recovered by Duffy. There's Plissick, who has Bope. Touch. Woo! Cheeky move. Here's through 2 now. There's Rolfing. And being unselfish on the Hattie. Here's Rolfing. He's not going to probably give that one up, and that's defended out of play for a corner. Glad I was holding my drink. That would have gotten knocked over. Razzleberry. Razzle dazzle. Yeah. All right, on the corner is Hilmo. Way deep, and that's off Kingston's head. Goal kick. Excuse me, throw in. You don't get goal kicks when the balls go over the touchline. You get throw in. Got some razzle here? Razzle dazzle? You're welcome. Roosevelt bring this ball forward to the feet of Asali. Nifty move, gets past 1, but a second is awaiting, and the Roosevelt midfielder just blasts that over the far touch. Kingston Nelson. Duffy to Kingston. Back to Duffy. Midfield. We'll switch to Volpe. Held out of the air. Essentially to Hilmo. Shot fired. That's wide right. Keeper in a good position to stop that. And a sub coming on for Roosevelt. 21 minutes remaining. 21 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. Took some time for the Sudafed to kick in. Goal kick. Gets through our midfielder to Kingston, who I think is trying to drop that ball to Duffy, but that ball is directed to an attacker. However, last touch by Roosevelt. Throw in from Kingston, and he'll take another one, another 10 yards downfield. Kingston looking for a Solly We'll take another 10 yards down the field because that ball again is flicked out of play. Here's Duffy. Solly. Kingston Nelson. Duffy. Klisick. Verpay. Solly. Hilmo. Not Neem. 1-2, looking for a Solly. Shot, and keeper's there for it. And Solly just could not put any power on that shot on target, but pretty easily stopped by the Roosevelt keeper. He's had plenty of action today. 16 shots, 11 on target, 3 goals. Another throw-in on the far touch. Here's Kingston. Here's Kingston again. Here's Duffy. Looking for Verpay. Verpay to Asali. Pulls back. Plays wide to Nottingham. A missed touch there, and now Roosevelt again. Kingston Nelson is getting like a workout of throw-ins on the far touch. I think his 6th throw-in in the last 2 minutes. Here's Duffy. Hilmo. Duffy. Asali. Lupe. At the goal line. Has Plisick. Makes one defender miss. Cannot make a second miss. Eventually that ball is over the goal line for a goal kick. Last touch by Bupe. Subs now coming on for Roosevelt. Whistle? Yeah. Too many touch on the goal line whistle. Yeah. Duffy. Nelson. Umstead. Umstead and Vermeer in the back line. And it's going to be another throw-in for Kingston Nelson. Looking for a Solly. Touch is too strong. Eventually, possession back to Lincoln. Looking to swing. Here's Hilmo. Past one. And finds Plisick. Here's Volpe. Rolfing. Volpe. Look for Duffy, who takes that ball out of the air. And handball. Maybe on Duffy. Oh, hi. Shawnee knows he's not supposed to do that, right? Okay. All right. Yeah. I know you wanted him to be a baseball player, but basketball player, right? Just used to it. I don't blame him. Here's Duffy. He has his mom's flexibility. Oh, attempted through. Here's Rolfing. Again finds Nottingham, who's offside. 15 minutes remain. A slew of subs awaiting at midline. Slew's more than 5. 6. Well, I could be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think, yeah. 5 or more. We'll go with 5 or more. Ball just blasted forward. No. Oh, up. All right, so Oppen want to make things interesting, apparently. Directs the ball right to an attacker. Here's Rolfing. Asali for Nottingham. Ball out of play, last touch by Roosevelt. One, two, three, four, five, 6 subs on. So yeah, that's a smooth. Okay, Ros Valdez on. Sammy Garcia on. Hudson Holman on. Tate Stamp on. Trey Raff on. And Ray Vermeer may have just come back on. There's Raff. Drops to Ros Valdez. Oh, that's a handball. Yep. Krieger. Look for Sammy Garcia. There's Plisick. That's one of those things I just can't. Oh, I'm not. Girl, we good. Hudson. And here comes Duffy. Ball last touched by Roosevelt. Here's Sammy Garcia. Garcia with the throw. Asali. Through one. Dispossessed. Here's Duffy with the captain's band. And that ball on the slide tackle deflected out of play by Roosevelt. Be another Lincoln throw. Ball, long throw in. Falls to Krieger. Vermeer. A counter available here. Valdez, I'm assuming, will just, there's a maybe drop, but he'll find Raff on the far touch, who finds Hudson. That must have popped up into Hudson's hand. Or was it over the, it was over the touch, excuse me. So Raff, the ball was over the far touch before Raff made the pass to Hudson. 12 minutes. Duffy. Hudson. Krieger. Valdez. Switching. Here's Vermeer. August. This ball is directed into an attacker. And here's the first a real foray into a turf monster there. Upends Stamp. I think this might be Oppen's first goal kick of the second half. Shot fired high and right. He is telling people to move up. The ball a little bit low. August in possession, looking for Sammy. Be another white throw on the near touch. August looking for Stamp. Last touch by Roosevelt. 11 minutes. This long throw by Sammy, headed by a Roosevelt defender. And that ball is passed to an opening. Here's a nice move by Hudson. Pulls back, has Raff, who centers towards Stamp. Ball flicked to Roosevelt by Krieger. Valdez. Hudson past one. Looking to switch, that ball's deflected. Valdez finds Raff. And now Asali Sadi to Duffy. Hudson. Ball beyond the reach of Holman. With about 10 minutes remaining, here comes subs from Lincoln. Asali Sadi is off. He gives way to Miles Rolfing. I don't think there was another sub. I assume that Asali could get some varsity minutes tonight. Maybe want to rest him, depending on how that varsity game goes. Throw in, headed forward by Stamp. Here's Holman. Looking for Rolfing. Out of play, white throw. Here's Raff. Rolfing. We're going to allow them to play. Here's Valdez to Raff. The last touch by Roosevelt. Raff with the throw. Finds Rolfing. Duffy. Touch too strong. Does somehow, well, gets through two and then loses possession. Number 5. I'll just put up in the air. Krieger there for it. Assume that that ball just falls to Duffy. Maybe rip a shot, Owen. Just see Duffy put a leg into it. Nice cross. Rolfing there for it. Shot high. He's just super unselfish. I thought he was going to rip one right there. Did Braden say that? Work it? Okay. Well, not all the time. Here's Roosevelt, and they're attacking third. Vermeer stepping. And last touch by Roosevelt. August will have this throw. About 7.5 minutes remaining. Not Neem and Cole Umstead on. Charlie Krieger off. August Plissick off. Sammy moves to left back. Hudson, I believe, moves to left attacker. Long throw. Headed forward by Stamp. Here's a we'll call that a shot. Yeah, call that a shot. Yeah, sure. Yeah. That could be. Here's Sammy. Switching fields to Owen Duffy. Not Neem. Raff. Umstead. Duffy. Looking for Rolfing. Umstead now finds Raff. Back to Not Neem. Not Neem, yeah. So shove forward. Extended arm. There's Raff. Duffy. Switches to Garcia. Hudson. That's Garcia. Flicking down the touchline to Rolfing, who's past one. Looking for Stamp. And Not Neem, again in an offside position. It'll be a free kick for Roosevelt. About 5.5 minutes. So Emily Paulson, I have to tell you, when I'm off camera, she tried to come down last night. I'll fill you in after. Stamp. Hudson. Back to Stamp. Looking for Rolfing. Here's Stamp. Dispossessed. Ball falls to Garcia. Garcia through 2. Finding Stamp. 1 touch too many. 2 able to converge. And a corner earned. Your JV pass. Sammy Garcia on this has a huge tailwind behind him. Delivers that low off the head of Rolfing, and Umstead tries to clean it up. Drafts deflecting. Here's Roz Valdez. Ball booted down the far touch. Out of play for a Lincoln throw. Colts will pay on, and Asali returns. Miles Rolfing off. Tate Stamp off. Trey Raff with the throw. Flicks forward. Taken out of the air. By Roz. A lot of touches. And eventually that ball falls to a Pat. Swing and a miss, but however, this ball is going to stay in the field of play. And here's Garcia. Umstead. And here's Raff. Umstead to Raff. And just a reminder to there's Garcia. 2.5 minutes. Beautiful ball forward to Asali Sadi. As one defender to beat is pushed off. The ball shielded, and that ball's in the gut of the keeper. Well, beyond the reach of Asali. Big punt. Duffy. As Volpe. Through 2. Finds Hudson. Looking for Asali. Volpe picks a pocket. Shot fired. Wide left. Nice effort out of Volpe. About 1.5 minutes remaining. Sammy Garcia will give way to Kingston Nelson. What's that? Where? No. Oh. Good for you. Good for you. At what time? 8? Here's Vermeer with the clear. 1 minute remaining. This ball over the far touch for a Roosevelt throw. And an illegal throw in. Kingston Nelson ends up then taking the throw from Lincoln. Here's Duffy. Up to Nelson. Valdez. Back to Nelson. Back to Valdez. And finding Trey Raff on the near touch. Raff looking for Hudson. And Duffy. 10 seconds. There's Raff. A nice ball up to Colton, who overplays. Does regain possession through 2. There's a Solly, defended by 2. Drops to Umstead. And Umstead just, I don't have a problem with that. All right, Cole, good work. All right, your Pats 4-0 move to 6-0 with an impressive defeat of Roosevelt. Coming up at 6 o'clock is the boys varsity game. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. With a hat trick by Rolfing and a Salih Sadi with a single goal. The Pats move to 6-0 on the season. Good night, everybody.